The movie Saltburn. Now, I haven't seen it.
Oh, strap in.
But it's causing quite the stir.
It is.
And it's streaming on Prime, is it?
Yeah, so I'm going to try and carefully choose my words of how I describe this movie because there's a lot. The movie is a lot. So it's in cinemas here in Australia and it's also streaming on Prime Video. There's a lot of buzz about that it's going to be, clean up at the awards season. The movie's kind of getting a bit of a cult following at the moment. Stars Aussie Jacob Elordi. Look, there's a few confronting scenes. This is not one of them. This is not confronting at all. But look, let me just tell you, there's a scene, without giving too much away, that involves someone drinking someone's bathwater. Someone has turned that scene into a candle that you can now buy on Etsy.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot. That's all I'm going to say. It's a lot. Don't watch it with any family members that are not there by choice.
Good warning. Good warning. Yeah. It's 2024. Are there any movies you're particularly excited about this year?
Wow. There's a few big ones in the first quarter alone. The Ferrari movie out, which Adam Driver in. Very excited to see that. Basically tells the story of Ferrari in the 50s on the precipice of going bankrupt and what happened from then on. Next week, Mean Girls, the movie is out. Yes, there was a Mean Girls movie in the early 2000s, but this is not a remake. It's not a reboot. It's the best way to describe Mean Girls, the one that's coming out next week. It takes the original movie, the Broadway musical, and fuses them in between.
Right.
And then The Iron Claw, starring Zac Efron. I'm not sure if you're a big WWE wrestling man.
No, not massively.
Okay, but this tells the true story of the Von Erich family, a prominent 80s wrestling family, and if you know, you know. A truly depressing story of this family.
And it's set in the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah. The patriarchal father figure's desire, dad, to have his sons wrestle in his eye. If you didn't know it was a true story, you'd be like, there's no way that this family could be so unlucky. Zac Efron completely transforms his body like it's enormously large.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Just quickly, because we're running out of time. The Golden Globes, they're next week. Do we know who's hosting?
Yes, it just was announced this morning. Comedian Joe Coy announced. He is sort of like a new up-and-coming comedian. He toured here in Australia last year. He's been announced as the host because everyone else said no.
I wonder if he's offensive.
I have no idea, but Amy Poehler turned it down, Ricky Gervais turned it down, and Tina Fey turned it down.
Right.
So time will tell what happens.
Okay. Smallzy, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great weekend.
You too.